Hello, this is Artsy Wisdom. My name is Diane. Thank you for coming by. I really want to thank any and all of the people who are commenting or liking and subscribing. My new channel is a fledgling little beast, and I'm trying to grow it, so thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I use a fascinating combination of tarot card reading, astrology, intuitive hits, remote viewing, energy work. I'm also a hypnotherapist. I have a history with 12-step programs. I use them for my own personal healing. So that's another connection I have to help people and for families that come from dysfunction. But hypnotherapy can connect you with your subconscious. So my goal in this channel is to help people and understanding. Sometimes we just need an understanding what's happening. Past life regression is really good with that, to help your subconscious come to the surface so you understand what happened in previous lives. And it really does work. This video is about love reading for August for all the different signs. So use your sun sign as an indicator, your moon, or your rising sign if you know that, and see what resonates with you. Okay, this message is for Leos, the love for your love situation for August, what you can expect. I'm pulling 2 cards for the past, 2 cards for the present, and 2 for the future or what you can expect. So I am pulling out 2, 2, 2, and 2. So Mars and Venus are in Leo. And they have been. Mars is leaving, actually just left and went into Virgo. But Venus is going back and forth in Leo. So that's a really lucky sign. Venus is about love. Gives that energy to all of us Leos and makes you feel more beautiful sometimes. It also helps you with money and luck. No guarantees, but that's possible. So in the past, there's been some sadness that you've been worried about something. But you're very much a take charge kind of person. So you kind of are over it. That's what I'm getting. It's like, all right, I cried myself to sleep a few nights. Now I'm done. And I want to take charge and move past it. Leos are pretty strong-willed, and they, it's a fire sign, but they're also very good at leading. There's a strength of will with the Leos. The present, you've got 3 really major arcana. So right now so the 9 of Swords, so you're ending. So the present, the earlier time that you decided it's over, or the sadness, or the whatever the thing was, or the relationship or something, it's over, it's done. You still had a little grieving to do in the present. And that's, it's sadder than it looks. But I don't feel like this is like heavy duty. I feel like the grieving was done already. So moving on. And the Star is a wonderful card. This is the present. This means that you have a lot of faith that you can, especially with the Magician, you can do anything. So Leos are, like I said, very strong wills. And this is a spiritual card of immense proportions. That means that your belief that all is possible is there for you. And that's in the present. So you're open to manifest. And then this is waiting for this partner. So this is the new stage. So I feel like you really have the opportunity to you're open and ready. And you've got this strong energy of concrete ability to manifest. And this Hierophant, it's like the Pope or a leader of spiritualists, but it can also mean an institution like a church or a business. And it's quite possible that there's going to be a change in that's what I'm getting. There's a change in your life or your lifestyle, which is opening you up to new opportunities. You haven't met this person yet, but man, oh man. Now I'm see there's like 3 little outlets, 3 inlets that I think that they are people. And I think you have lots of opportunities this August to meet people. You're going to be experimenting. You're going to be trying different energies or different people and dating and meeting people or just running into them and saying, well, maybe, So I do think there's a lot of opportunity, and you have the faith, and the universe is really in your back pocket. So It's a good month for love for Leos. Hello, my lovely Pisces. This message is for you for August, and it's all about love. Now, Pisces has Saturn and Neptune in its sign, which is a different combination of structure, responsibility, and commitment, and also very dreamy. So it can kind of go back and forth, or you can use them to the Pisces are great at manifesting. So I'm pulling 2 cards for the past, 2 cards for the present, and 2 cards for the future. Yeah. So in the past, sadness, there's some, like, maybe with the Neptune in Pisces, kind of got caught in some, well, maybe this is a lot of sexual activity, actually. Maybe you've been busy. So, but it may be not enough. Maybe you're looking for a deeper meaning. And so it doesn't mean it's wrong, just mean maybe you're ready to move. This has been in the past. Taking advantage of the sensualness of life. And I see the people leaving. So whatever happened is kind of going away. And in the present is an abundance. 2 of Pentacles, there's options. And then Queen of Pentacles, she can be a woman if you're a man and you're looking for a woman. She's an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and she is a realist and she is very practical, but she's also a creator. So if you have this opportunity, there might be this person in your life that fulfills destinies. And you see the cup, she's holding out a cup. She's maybe making an offer to you. So you might have somebody that reaches out to you, and there's seahorses and sun. So this is a very positive card. This is now. So the energy in August is now. And it's summertime and it feels like you meet more people. Generally, you're out and about. And so you might have to choose between, or you are choosing between 2 activities. It might be where I feel like you will be invited, or you are invited to 2 different things, and you will make the choice to go to one. And I would use, Pisces are good about using their gut. They're very sensitive types. So they should be able to, or you should be able to understand if you think about it and you feel about it, you know, what is right for you. Feel it in your heart. And in the future, and sometimes the moon can be a little deceiving where it looks like, but the moon is the sign of Cancer, but it's like Pisces. So it's very nebulous, very Neptunian and spiritual and psychic, but kind of mysterious, really, because it's hard to tell in the dark what's happening. So you have to figure that out. And the page is of Swords is messages. So in the future, there is a possibility of some romance. You're going to have to decipher. You may be a little confused, or whoever this message is from, or the text, or your experience, you may have to ask yourself, what is happening, really? And maybe make sure you have your good boundaries. But the page of Swords is a very decisive, it's about communication, but also the sword I see as a very definite thing. So I think Pisces, look out for yourself, but there's a really good opportunity as long as you are careful and pick. I'm just going to pull one more just for fun. Page of Pentacles, some more information, some more texting, some more emails, some more calls, voicemails, whatever that is, or notes or glances. Take your time in August, and it seems like a fun time, like you're deciding what to do. And there's not one hard and fast thing that's going to like pop up some person, but it sounds like you're going to be just doing some more playing, learning who you are. And from that point forward, the more you learn who you are, the more you can project that into the world, and you attract that kind of person. Hey, Virgo. This is your love reading for August. I'm pulling 2 cards for your past, 2 cards for your present, and 2 cards for the future, or maybe action to take, or something you may not be aware of. I've already shuffled. I saw as I shuffled, so the back, so we've got the Page of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, 4 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and Judgment. Okay, so the love in the past is, it seems like you've been focusing on, and maybe you've been too busy to focus on love I know Virgos tend to be, you know, a little bit worky, not in a bad way, but a good way. You guys are the worker bees, and you work hard, but you create. This guy is building all of this, and this person is thinking about what they're going to build next. So this has been in the past, but it's a real thing. Virgos, you're ready to build something. It seems like more about love than just stuff, because you're ready to change. The Wheel of Fortune in the present shows me that this is the season. This is a lucky card for somebody who's ready to go to the next step, ready to change seasons, ready to be open to new experiences. This is sort of, the Four of Pentacles is somebody so this is the in-between stage right now. So you still are holding on to that stuff, security, building real stuff for yourself. Haven't jumped wholeheartedly into looking for love necessarily, maybe, or opening yourself up. Maybe you want the love, but haven't opened yourself up all the way. You're focusing on the things you know, and hard to take risks. So Virgos, it's maybe this is the time for you to take some risks, because you haven't in the past pretty much stayed stable and without any too much crazy. There is a person, this is a King of Pentacles, practical man, older man, and he is here in your future. Now, he may be like you, where he is practical, but also likes stability, doesn't take a lot of risks, or, I mean, I don't want to accuse Virgos of not taking risks, but if this resonates with you, that's what I'm saying. But he is in your life. He's going to be coming into your life, or you're going to be using this masculine energy, this knowledge base that you have, digging deep from all that. I feel like a depth within you, and maybe it's I feel like too, you're starting to look at yourself in a clear way, in a more honest way. This is the Judgment card. I also see naked people, and I see this woman. So there's a woman and a man. I know Judgment tends to be an ending, but it's more, sometimes it's self-judgment. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that you're being honest with yourself, and you're ready. It's hard, but you're ready. I'm going to pull one more card in the World. So you have three major arcana, and the World is a wonderful card for achievement. So this tells me this is a good card if you are ready to ask yourself the honest questions, get the honest answers, and you're a great manifester. So if you want to manifest this thing as a person, situation, love, start visualizing. Feel it in your heart. Feel it happy. And this is quite possible. So, yeah. Isn't she gorgeous? This is a beautiful card. Happy August, Virgos. Hey, my lovely Aquarians. This is your love reading for August. When I meditated on you, I saw a pot. I know Aquarians are the water bearers of the constellations. So what I'm going to be doing is pulling, I don't know what the pot means. I'm just saying that's what I saw. So I'm pulling 2 cards for your past, 2 cards for now, what's happening now, and 2 for the future. And if I have to pull more, I will. So 2, we've got the Queen of Swords in the past, Page of Cups, the present, Knight of Swords, Page of Wands. Okay. So Aquarians, I think you are doing, this is wonderful. So in the past, you had an offer, and some message or text or just spoken, somebody's been talking to you, saying maybe it's a relationship you're already in. And this is a Queen of Swords, so she's very decisive. And it's an air sign. I think it might be related to Virgo, but it's on Virgo's Earth, so it's not exactly right. But this woman is kind of a Virgo executive, and she knows what she does, and she doesn't take any prisoners. But yeah, you've had an offer in the past, or you are reaching out to somebody. That's what it is. I think you've been reaching out to this person, this lady, this situation. She's pretty stern and not very open, or maybe a man is not very open. But Aquarians, as it happens now, there's a lot of activity in the present time. Page of Wands, more talking, more creative visualization. This situation that you're in now is a very sudden action. So in August, you might find that you are going to be, there'll be all of a sudden message, somebody that's reaching out to you creatively, and maybe that's a connection, or suddenly, but definitely some sudden energy. I can hear the horse galloping in my head. So it's maybe say yes to a few things you might not say yes to, because they may surprise you and you would be like a little nervous about accepting these invitations or ideas, or maybe it's just a dinner with somebody you happen to run into, and then that leads to something else and leads to something else, because you don't know. So maybe say yes. And then if you do, or if that works out, the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. So wowzers. So the Sun is a wonderful, happy, joyful card. And the Ten of Pentacles is the ultimate family card, with all your needs being met, secure-wise, love-wise, family-wise. You feel like you're stable. And it's many fruitful, generous, abundant vibes around you. So I think if you're saying yes, if you're willing to open up, Aquarians are fixed signs, so they have a hard time. They're a little stubborn. Doesn't mean you have to be, but sometimes we get caught in our head. So this is about saying yes. I think this is about saying yes, and the opportunities for you is available to you. The energy is there. Pluto is just going back and forth from Aquarius. It's coming out of Capricorn. I think it's back into Aquarius now. Pluto is a massive transformation. You're going to be feeling that, especially the early Aquarians from later in January. Totally going to be feeling it about transformation. Your whole life will be transformed in a positive way, as long as you're not resistant. So, wonderful August love reading for you, Aquarians. Hey, my lovely Sages, this is your love reading for August. I'm pulling 2 cards for your past. Now, think about it if you're in August. 2 cards in your past would be maybe July or before. 2 for the present, and then 2 for the future. Now, the future may be choices that you make, choices that are outside of yourself, whatever, or awareness that's outside of yourself. So I'm pulling the 2 from the past, which is 5 of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. 2 from the present. There's another Ace, 4 of Pentacles, and Judgment. So the past, there was some challenge. So that could be July or prior, or early August. There's some challenge about what to do, how to take action, because this is a great opportunity to make money, or to create something, or to start. It's always in the beginning. It's the alpha, but it's about money, value. So perhaps this is the feeling I'm getting, is that you were challenged within yourself, or maybe other people outside of you are giving you a hard time because you wanted to do something different. Yeah, and it's not really horrible, but it may be something, a subconscious limitation that you have in your mind from your lifestyle or your life experience that have kept you a little stuck, but you've got great ideas and you're ready to move on. So awesome. So that's been in the past, and present, or maybe August or near August, is, or even now, whenever you're seeing this, Ace of Swords, and this is a great idea. So that's another number 1, and Wheel of Fortune is 10, which is 1 as well. So you have 3 1s. Yeah, you have 3 1s. So a lot of beginnings for you, Sag. And last month I saw your love reading, a lot of traveling and things like that. I still get that not agitated, but very active feeling when I think about your sign in August. So traveling, moving, going. Some of it's a little bit like this, where it feels a lot of activity that isn't settled. You like to travel and like change and stuff like that. So maybe that's what's happening. But this is about seasons. This is a very lucky card. Generally, it's about things turning, the seasons turning, energy's turning, the calendar, your mind, the universe is shifting. And then this is a great idea. This is, and maybe this was the beginning of that ace and that ace. You had a great idea and you're ready to take charge, because he's sword. It's kind of like, Archangel Michael. He takes charge and cuts away all the chaff, cuts the cords, cuts everything that we don't need anymore. And I think for you, it was time to do that. You're in that place right now, or in the present-ish, that you're ready to do that, to take charge of your own life and let go of any of that old crap that kind of was holding you back subconsciously, or from other people, or not wanting to hurt other people's feelings. But Sagittarius generally don't worry about that so much, but it does happen, obviously, when you've been trained early on, or your childhood. And then the future is got Judgment and the Four of Pentacles. And I see that you might need to focus on letting go some more. There's a little bit of holding on, a little bit of fear, but this Judgment is about self-judgment. I think there may be some analyzing still within yourself, how to open up and let go. And maybe there's some mistakes that you might have made. I don't want to accuse you of anything, but it's quite possible that you're ready to let that go. Yeah, maybe there's somebody that you've hurt, and maybe that's it, and you don't want to do that again, but you sure are ready to start over. So let me pull one more card for the future. And so here's a King of Pentacles. This is an earth sign, an older man. So it feels very safe and secure, because that's an earth sign. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. So that person might be in your life, or they're a mentor or a leader for you. Maybe they're a friend, or maybe they're more. This might be somebody that you can get into. It feels like he's safe. It feels like if you're ready to move on, this person is there for you. And maybe he's a friend that you didn't see as a lover, but he is there for you to support you this month in a really good way. And maybe he's in a way for you to move on. Maybe that's it too. There's some things you need to go step by step. You can't just jump from 1 to 10. You have to go through 2 and 3 and 4, 6, 7, 8. So maybe he's your 4 or 5 or 3 or whatever. So inward and upward. Inward and upward. Hey Cancers, this is your love reading for August. I meditated on you briefly, and I saw this giant ball of suns, or light, and I pictured the sun card. I don't know if it's because we're in July right now, and it's the sun, and it's bright and it's warm, but that's what I'm picturing, because Cancer rules the moon. But I feel like there's an energy of buoyancy and happiness around you. So I pulled 2 cards for the past, which could mean June or July or previous time, 2 for the present, which is either now or August, and 2 for the future, or some awareness you need to have about your situation and choices that you can make. So I pulled the Hierophant and the King of Wands for the past already. And then the present is 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. And look at that. Isn't that crazy? I saw the sun and there it is. And 10 of Cups. Wow. So, okay. So Cancer, your history, there's a lovely relationship with a man, a fire sign, a Leo, Sag, or Aries, or maybe this is you, the fire sign, or somebody with that energy of fiery and excited and happy. So this is and actually this might be a marriage, because Hierophant is like the Pope or spiritual guide, somebody that leads us in a spiritual way, but a very high level. He's a guide, a mentor, gives us advice. And in the past, I feel like you had a shift, and you might have met this guy, this fire sign, in the past, or somebody you know. Yeah. I don't feel it's any different than that, but I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong. Present, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. Lots of movement. So whoever this is, a lot of movement forward. Really fast. 8 of Wands is do not stop, do not pass or do not pass go, do not collect $200. It's really fast movement. So August, your August or late July, whenever you see this, could be a very busy time for you because it is your month. It's July. So Cancers could be very busy and active and doing a lot of things outside, or just a lot of personal creative projects, or I feel like there's a lot of multiple, like a spokes on a wheel. That's what I feel like. There's lots of energy going in a lot of different directions. And Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, which is a family life that's very stable and full and abundant and prosperous, with love and security, loyalty, because that's what the dog is here. And you are in a place of real security. So whatever happened in the past was really good. And now you are set to move on to the next level, which seems like maybe you're getting married, or maybe you're planning to move in together. That could be, don't have to get married. You could just be moving in together with someone. This is the first time, and it feels really good because you're combining resources and you both have a combination of skills, loves, needs. That is a perfect little marriage of in a family relationship. And then you've got the Sun, like I saw it, and then the Ten of Cups. And Ten of Cups is a wonderful card. On the Ten of Pentacles is about security and values and feeling safe. Ten of Cups is feeling safe emotionally. And then you have all of this love around you. And I think it's a family. It's a baby. The three of them. And the Ten of Cups is the ultimate emotional happiness. And the Sun could just be July or August because it's warm, but I feel like it's just shining. It's shining on them, and it's just wonderful. So either the situation that you find yourself in where you're moving in with somebody is going to be, it feels very, very good and positive, or there's a baby on the way that is happening, or this person from the past is really a positive person, and it makes you feel very fulfilled, and connects you to spirit. It connects you to the greater universe. And even if you're not together, like living together, you almost feel like he's family or they are family, and makes your heart feel wonderful, and you feel very positive. Whatever, in this particular month. And awesome reading, Cancer. Let me know how it is. Hey, Capricorn, this message is for you for your love reading for August. I'm going to pull 2 cards for your past, 2 cards for the present, which could be August or right now when you see this or whenever you see it, and 2 cards for the future or things you may not be aware of. And I am pulling 2 for the past, and that past could be June or July or any time before, and how it is influencing this towards. So the Capricorn, you've had the Pluto going through your sign for many, many years, like 15 years, and you've gone through this massive transformation depending on where your sun is. And even with people who have a Capricorn planets, like me, I have 3, and each time Pluto hits those, massive things happened to me, giant transformation. And if you're unwilling to change, then it gets really difficult. So is the best thing, accepting change, because that's the only thing that we can rely on is change. So 3 of Cups and 6 of Wands, big celebration. You had a lot of friends, and you feel like in the past things, you feel like you can do a lot of things. You feel very victorious, lots of good, very positive. I feel very confident when I'm looking at these cards that you're moving into this time where you're looking for love, and you feel like maybe you've met somebody, or you've had some contacts where it's feeling really good, or your girlfriends are going to set you up with a blind date, or your guys' friends are going to set you up with a blind date, most likely girls, because I'm seeing a bunch of girls, or you've dated a bunch of people, and you're feeling really good about yourself, I think. Feel pretty, or handsome, sorry. So, and then the present, which could be anytime you see this, could be July or August or whenever you see this, 2 of Swords and 9 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles is a lady who's by herself, generally. she feels like she's at the fulfillment of a lifetime. She's she's made a home for herself. She's happy to be alone. She's gardening. She enjoys her daily activities, but she also feels very abundant. She feels like all is well, and she enjoys her space, her home, the area, and it feels very lush and prosperous. And the Two of Swords in the present is some indecision or something you're unaware of, or it might be that you have this sense that, especially from the past with that really positive outlook, that maybe you are, I don't know, it's not staying safe. I don't feel that's it, but I do feel like, okay, I did all those in the past and I feel really good. Do I want to take another chance? Maybe that's it. You don't want to maybe take another chance because you didn't want to ruin your track record. Maybe, I don't know. But it looks like that's the present. You're in this like push me, pull me situation. And the future, you're going to work through it. This is a card of commissions, projects, work, learning a skill. But as a Capricorn, you are an earth sign. You know how to work. You're one of the hardest working ambitious signs. So for you, you're going to work on this. And you feel like, I think what I'm getting is that you're looking at it through the lens of a worker. So you had a great time and it was really fun. But now how do you get through to the next step? And that's through working on yourself, doing a little self-awareness. You say yes to some things, why you say no to some things. This is about that. I think this is about working on yourself and he's hammering out solutions and positive things. This is a positive card that you're just chipping away at it, and then being really honest. The Queen of Swords, she's a pretty straightforward, no nonsense kind of gal. This could be somebody you're meeting. It could be, maybe it's a therapist, somebody really honest with you. Maybe it's a friend. But I feel like this person is guiding you to be honest with yourself. And you respect them a lot. So this may be a person you're meeting. It's a different type of person that you met before. And she's pretty serious, but you respect that. And if you're a guy, this is a woman. That's the vibe I get. Although the pictures say it's a man or woman, but it could go either way. And she could be an air sign, which is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or another earth sign that is a no-nonsense person. She's got a bird on her shoulder, so she has her soft inner side. Hillary Clinton's a Scorpio, and she appears to be really hard, but inside she's a big mush. That's the vibe I'm getting. Somebody who appears to be tough, but they're very soft on the inside. And I pulled another card just to see how that would go. And there's a celebration and a wedding. So maybe you guys are going to go to a wedding together. It's quite possible that's, wedding time of year. But I also feel like this is a celebratory thing. I see the 4 wands. I see a party. I see fours are stable. They're the things that build, like the table legs, the house foundation, things that are stable that we can grow off of. And you're going to get through a little bit of a self-work, enjoying what you've done, and then saying, okay, got that. I'm going to move to the next thing and figure out what I can take from that and use and what I can get rid of and go forward and be that revised or the best self that you are. Okay. Hi, Libras. This is your love reading for August. When I meditated on you briefly, I saw green, something growing, tending to a garden. I don't know what that means, but maybe it's just because it's summer and things are growing. Pulling 2 cards for the past, which could be June, July, or any time before. 2 cards for the present. Also could be just now when you're seeing it. Then 2 for the future, or things you need to be aware of, or choices that you're making. So, in the past, 3 of Wands, Ace of Wands. Present, 8 of Wands, the Sun. 2 of Pentacles, in the future, and the Star. Okay, awesome. So, in the past, you've been doing a lot of, you had somebody, you met somebody, you were in a relationship. This could have been a business partnership or romantic. And it was exciting. You saw it happening. You visualized this very wonderful relationship, and you had a connection. And see, well, I don't know if you can see, but see up here, and I was telling you about the garden, and I saw green. So this is the growth of ideas, creative visualization, and beauty. And Venus rules Libra, and I feel like you're seeing the beauty in life, or you did see the beauty in life. You got some positive, you got in a positive headspace, you know, where instead of worrying, you sort of let go and kind of let go and let God and had faith. Then now the present, I think some really positive things. You got a lot. Eight of Wands is things moving really quickly. So there might be some opportunities for you to meet somebody really quickly out of the blue. Say yes. If you want to have these opportunities, there's eight Wands just means fast, but there could be 8 opportunities. Always say yes. I mean, unless you feel unsafe, obviously, that's not something you want to do. But if you're scared and it's just because you're nervous or anxious, say yes. If you're not sure and you don't know the people that are going to be there at the dinner, the gathering, or the party, or at the beach, or whatever, say yes. If you feel safe with the friend that's asking you to go, say yes. You never know. I'm going to think this is weird. But at the bottom here, you see these flowers, 1, 2, 3, 4. It reminds me of the pores under skin. And those are like, oh, that sounds gross, but they're pimples. And that's like what you can see. And I feel like that's under the skin. That's all ready to come out. And it's beautiful. And the heat, and the sun, and the belief, and the yes. And then in the future, I think you're going to have 2 opportunities. I think you're going to be juggling 2 people, because the star, you have faith, and this is going to give you that faith that you lost a little bit in, maybe not recently, but this lady, the star, is universe guiding you. And when you open to that and say yes, you are opening up to manifesting and having and visualizing all that you can imagine. It may be a little confusing, but it's a really good August for you, Libra. As long as you put yourself out there and believe, say yes. Hey, Aries. This is your love reading for August. And what I do is I pull 2 cards for your past, which could be any time in the past. 2 cards for the present would be when you're seeing this. And then 2 cards for the future, which are something you need to be aware of, but also choices that you can make, or things that you didn't know that maybe I need to tell you. So I already pulled 2 cards for the past, the Fool and Judgment. Present, Page of Wands and 6 of Pentacles. And then the future, Knight of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. So Aries, past, you've taken some chances. You are living on the edge, but Aries likes to do that, huh? So they tend to jump off a cliff or climb a mountain, and they take risks. So in the past you have, and it looks like it is working for you. It doesn't mean you hurt yourself in any way. It looks like, I see the sun, the Fool has the sun in the back, you know, he's jumping off, he's taking a leap of faith, as that's what this card is. It's the beginning of the hero's journey. And so maybe you're starting to like, look, Aries, maybe either you were in a relationship and it was over, and that was a long time ago, and you're finally let go and you're having a leap of faith, and you're going to do it. You're going to get out there. Judgment is, I think this is related to a previous situation where it was the ending, and also judging yourself, feeling maybe not secure or strong enough, or have a belief in yourself that you should, or you look good, but you did. You took a leap of faith. So that is really awesome. So in the present, generally when you're seeing this, could be a little bit before, could be after. The Page of Wands, this is actually you're reaching out. This could be an online like dating site, you know, but you need to be careful, make sure. But this online dating site or just going out there, this is information, voicemail, text, reaching out to people, having ideas about it. So you might be experimenting with what works for you. And then Six of Pentacles this is about generosity coming and going, paying debts to you or vice versa, or you're paying debts to people. Or you're being generous to others. This is a real card. Pentacles are real cards that really happen. It's not just a thought or an emotion. Not that I minimize those, but this is more of a thought and planning. And then this is the generosity card, or the card that is about, see how her hand is on his shoulder, or it's going to lean on his shoulder or touch his shoulder. I feel like this is a company or people or guidance. And I feel like it's someone that is helping you, and it could be a business related. Somebody at work saying, hey, try this site, try that site. Yeah. And then this is awesome. So you've got a Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody, he's a slow mover, but it's an offer or it's activity. Ace of Pentacles is the beginning. So you're going to make some decision, and you're actually going to maybe invest in a situation. It doesn't have to be money, but it can be, like a dating site or something. Or you could be investing in yourself. Or you also have this guy that's moving slowly toward you. It's a younger man. It's a Pentacles, an earth sign. So it could be Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But I see that, Aries, as somebody who maybe you don't recognize because you're a fast-moving sign. You like to do things quickly and fiery. And you may not recognize it right away. Take your time. Don't rush. I feel like, and I see these flowers. So these, I'm going to pull one more card to help me understand. High Priestess. So there's something happening behind the scenes. This lady is, or maybe this is you. You need to use your intuition instead of your active nature. And look around you, because there's an opportunity you're going to start in August. You just need to be careful. I'm telling you to not be so fiery and judgmental, but she can be mysterious and a little confusing. So that's what's happening here. So I think you're going to take your time. That's it. Take your time. Listen to your heart. And maybe there's some other people that can give you some advice. Take that with a grain of salt as well. And there's a good opportunity for you to meet somebody once you put yourself out there. So good luck, Aries. Let me know how it goes. Hey, Scorpios. This is your love reading for August. I'm going to pull two cards for the past, which could be any time in the past, or recent or long go past. Two for the present, which could be whenever you see this. And two for the future, or what you can expect, or things you may not be aware of. Outside guidance. I've already pulled two from the past. You've got the Devil and Ten of Swords. Two for now, Eight of Swords and the Queen of Wands. And this is a love reading, so I'm using that as my guide. And then in the future, Five of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles. So Scorpios, maybe you've been doing some sexy stuff here in the past. Or Devil is the card of things that keep you chained up. Things that you can't break free of, that it could be thought patterns, it could be feelings, it could be behavioral patterns, beliefs, people, and sometimes it's, addiction and that sort of thing. It doesn't have to be, but it's possible that this is, and it popped out earlier and then it came back for your past, which I find fascinating. So maybe you've been working on that and you're ending it because the Ten of Swords is there. And it's been hard work, and perhaps this is about your own emotional availability because of all your history. I don't know if it's addiction, or it could just be behaviors that are unhealthy. Maybe your focus was on them and you're done. This is in the past where you're ready to let go and you're saying, no, I'm not doing that anymore. Or you want more of a relationship that isn't just about sex. Scorpios are a deep feeling sign, very powerful. They also love sex. Not everybody loves sex, but so that's in the past. The Eight of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So the Eight of Swords is somebody who's in a prison of their own making and of their own mind. See, she can get out of that anytime. She's blindfolded and she's surrounded by swords, but she's open in the front. There's nothing keeping her in there, and the ropes are very loose, so it's not anything Also, maybe there's some bondage thing happening. It's a devil. That's a little bit of a stuckness. So you did want to get rid of this behavior. You're letting it go, but maybe it's harder than you think it is. So the present is you might be meeting somebody, another fire sign. It could be a woman if you're a man. And so Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Scorpios and Leos, the signs are square, so that's kind of a exciting combination. Sometimes it gets a little irritating, but they're two fixed signs. So I'm seeing that cat very strongly in the sunflower and the lion. So it's probably a Leo person that's either a friend or a lover. Maybe it's a relationship or something that you don't feel as it's not helping you let go like you wanted it to. But usually this is a really positive card. It's a very creative card, generous. And then you've got the Five of Pentacles, and Ten of Pentacles. So whatever this is, I think you'd make a shift to support yourself. And that's what I'm getting. That not feeling abandoned. Do not abandon yourself. Let go of that idea that you're an outsider and then you have needs that aren't getting met. So you're letting go of that, and you're actually maybe going to a different group of people, or that attitude will change your perspective. And the Ten of Pentacles is a wonderful card about feeling safe and abundant, secure, having everything you need in your home. And this is the opposite. But it doesn't necessarily mean you're alone. It just could be a head thing, because this is a head thing. You feel that what I'm suggesting is that you open yourself up to self-beliefs about your power, your manifestation that is all within you. You visualize what you want and let go of old patterns, because it looks like to me you were a little bit stuck. Now you are shifting to have the love and the family that you've always wanted. And let me pull one more card. Coyote. I think the Three of Swords, which is a sad card, not necessarily, but it means a healing card. A card, actually, I feel like you have to go within more than you think, so you can let go more. So there might be some self-hypnosis, some meditation, some journaling, maybe you were having addiction issues or something like that. Maybe you should go to a 12-step meeting. I'm not saying everybody, obviously, and I don't want to assume anything, but this is about love, and something about your behavior patterns or your thinking is keeping you from letting people see that authentic part of you. And look at his eyes, this coyote. He is awesome. He's everywhere. And I see that feather. Coyotes, you can't keep them down. They live in cities. They find their food. They go everywhere. So this tells me you have this inner coyote, which I don't know, wolf kind of more for me. Somebody that's powerful and strong. So I think this month is about work for yourself, work and inner work. And let me know if this resonates. And if it doesn't, it's okay. I just want to know if any of you find this on target for you. Hey, my Taurians, this is your love reading for August. I'm pulling 2 cards for your past, and it could be in the recent past or the long ago past, and then 2 cards for the present, which is when you're seeing this or around now, and then 2 for the future for August or whenever it feels right. And it could be things you need to be aware of, action to take, sort of thing. I meditated on you a little bit, and I've already pulled Page of Cups and King of Wands for your past, or how, what's affecting the now. And the present, Empress, King of Cups, and in the future is King of Pentacles and Temperance. Wow. So you have 3 kings. Wow. Okay. So there's a lot of guys here, or a lot of opportunity for guys. Page of Cups and and this is a fire sign. In the past, King of Wands is a man, could be a woman. It just has to be more of a fire sign. Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Taurus are good for manifesting. So maybe you've met somebody that can help you visualize, and this is a offer. This is creative. This is somebody that's a little bit out there, that's a little bit kind of uneven, creative, but eccentric or something. So that's been in the past. So you met somebody, or this person's in your life, or you've carried them into the present, or you dated them. And then I'm still looking at this. So the Empress is about abundance and creativity and mother and growing and plants and art. And see her, the Empress, and he's the cup too. So in the present, your energy is really about feeling and emotion and growing. And I know it's the summer, so maybe, is that simple as gardening and water and being abundant and feeling like you have so much and you feel rich with this prosperity. So that's the situation. Or it is a man. And this is also, it could be a woman, motherly type, but somebody who's very caring and generous and kind and nurturing. That could be somebody in your present as well. This is a lot of richness around you at the moment. Take advantage of that, Taurus. And then in the future, we've got Temperance and the King of Pentacles. And she's got 2 cups and she's balancing, and I love this card, how pretty. So she has 2 cups, so much wealth, so much abundance, so much love. And this is from the universe. It's supposed to mean you need to balance all the stuff that you're doing, or all the emotions, or all the considerations and feelings. And then this is the King of Pentacles, who's a very wise banker, finance person, somebody who is earthly, that is focusing on, this might be you. This might be how you're feeling about, because this is a earth sign too. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. This is an older man, and whoever you are, the Taurus that's looking at this, you guys, I feel like there's so much abundance and so many men. Maybe you were in the military or something. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of men, or the opportunity to be around this masculine energy, or maybe you to develop a masculine energy, or you have done that actually. Very abundant. I'm going to pull one more card to see what I don't know, what I'm not aware of in Queen of Pentacles. I've got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. This is you. You're growing. You're very prolific in your manifesting, and you can do this. It's really powerful and really good. If you're looking for somebody, I think it's time to reach out and manifest it, and think about in your heart what is right for you and what you feel good. If somebody would come into your life, what do they look like? What do they feel like? What do they do in their life? How do they make you feel? And sit with that every morning and visualize that and let it go. All you have to do for a few minutes. And every day, and just trust and have a good feeling, and believe it or not, that's manifesting, and it works. So let me know, Taurus. Thanks. My Geminis, this is your love reading for August. Pulling 2 cards for the past. It can be the recent past or the long ago past. 2 cards for the present, which is when you're seeing this, and 2 cards for the future for August. I pulled the 2 for the past, which is the Star and the 10 of Pentacles. And then present, 5 of Pentacles and Justice. And Gemini, in the future, you have, they've got a lot of, there's like 1, 2, 3 major arcana, and there's 6 cards. So it's a big time for you. There's some sort of universal energy that's pushing you without some of your control. Some of it you have control, and there's always free will, but some of this. So in the past, your faith, your family, you felt very, what's related to now, this is what the past is about. You feel very secure, or this is helping you. You have a deep faith. There is a knowing that all is well, and you feel secure within your family unit or your home. You feel like you have abundant lifestyle, or a life that, it may not be wealthy, but you feel safe and secure. There's also loyalty around you. So if it's your family or your friends or even a loved one, you are completely at ease with this situation. It feels like, I feel like when I look at this, I feel like I'm at home, I'm in a safe place. There's also stars, the star, which is a wonderful sign of angels and God and your faith, which is whatever that is for you. It feels really good. Now in this present, there's some a situation that's occurring. It may be about you feeling less secure for some reason. So something may have happened. This justice is right here. Justice is sometimes about cold, calculated situations that are courts, legal stuff, police, some activity that is out of your control that, well, or maybe wasn't out of your control, but it's kind of cut and dried. It's 11, it's a 2. Sometimes justice is from within, and sometimes justice is outside of us. That universe is just, this is it. And for whatever reason. She's got a sword, and she's cutting away what isn't working. And she's blind. Justice is blind. So it's not an emotional card. And the 5 of Pentacles is a feeling of abandonment or being an outsider, or not having the security that you would like. I mean, generally, Pentacles mean a real thing. So you may, in this situation, have lost some of that feeling of security. Maybe somebody around you has caused you some scary situations where all of a sudden you're out on the street when you depended on them. That could be it. It may not be up to you. It may just be somebody that's done something to you which is making you feel scared and alone, and it feels very cold. Both of these cards are cold in a lot of ways. See her or him holding the baby. You're never alone. You're always with all of us. God, we're all together. We're one unit. You're never alone. It just sometimes feels that way. And then in the future, you may be nostalgic for what was in the past. So you are thinking about maybe your childhood, because this is about childhood and remembering good times, and also childlike, youthful joy. You know, you're thinking, wow, what happened to all that youthful joy I had as a kid, or, you know, just enjoying the day-to-day pleasures of being outside and listening to music, or, you know, having a cup of coffee or watching TV or whatever. You have the Tower card, which can sometimes be scary in some ways because sudden changes. But this feels like, okay, I'm done. This justice and this 5 of Pentacles may be somebody that has done something to you, and you're like, I know what life is like. I know how good it can be. I know that I feel really good, and I know I have great faith in humanity and God and universal spirit, or the oneness that we all are together. Change, I think, is sudden within you. I think it may be somebody else doing something that's causing you this feeling of a big shift. Doesn't have to be super scary, but it just could be a feeling. You're like, I don't feel safe anymore, so I need to find that safety feeling, which is this, where you feel as a child. Generally, most people feel safe with their parents or whatever their home was like, for the most part. I'm going to pull a couple cards here. Gemini, what is this Tower about in August, and what is it that you need to... Oh, that's so funny. Gosh, I pulled this earlier for somebody else. And Coyote, this is about being strong. Coyotes, you know, they're out there making it happen. They're living on the streets, and they're finding food, and they never give up. And they, you know, you can hear them howling at night. They have a pack, and they work together to find their meals. This coyote isn't scared. I mean, this coyote... Some coyotes are, but this one's not scared. So what I'm getting is, Gemini, you're not going to take any of this shit. You're tough. And whatever this is happening, you are finding your inner positive strength, and you're celebrating your joy within. Even though on the outside, something may be happening that's causing you to feel less joyful and a little bit nervous and scared, you just have to revert or go inward and do some more not so much care, but belief, self-care, positive thinking about what was, what can be, what shall be, what always is, and your faith, because you have that inner positivity and inner drive, or outer drive too, to be strong. It's just not fun right now. It seems like something has happened where you need to change. Now, it doesn't mean it's all bad. It just means there is... Oh, gosh, I've never noticed that before. I never saw that before in all this time. There's a guy, and the guy that's falling has a mask on. Can you see that? So, whatever it is, it's not how it appears. Or maybe what doesn't appear what you feel like it looks like, or how it makes you feel isn't as bad. It's a facade. And this is the sudden change, but you have this giant capacity within you to survive always and find your pack and feel safe. So let me know if that resonates with any of you Geminis. It's a very interesting reading where I kind of went all over the place, and hopefully it means something to somebody and I've helped someone. Have a good August.